Since I've already heard through the grapevine from a number of people who are pretty much outraged at this, because they have a misinterpretation of what's been done, do you think it would even consider, we would even consider doing a modified resolution that would indicate that still we believe in developing our downtown core, but yet without all of the policy implications that we had in the original one? Is that even something we should consider or not? Or just let this blow over?
I don't know, we haven't considered that one.
Maybe the public hearing will let us know. You don't have to make a decision at the public hearing. Maybe you consider taking public testimony at the public hearing, and then if you need further time, you certainly don't have to make a decision Monday night.
If I might, Molly, maybe what we could do there is, rather than repealing the entire resolution, you leave the heading intact and repeal the individual items, or some of them.
Can we do that?
Is it worded that way, Joanne?
A resolution of the City of Washougal reaffirming the city's commitment to revitalize the city's downtown and establishing policy to achieve that goal. And then all the whereases are very good, but then it says, now therefore it be resolved that we were going to do these certain things. And we were going to develop and implement design review standards that we talked about. We've done that.
We did that.
Continue with design and engineering work for downtown renovation improvements. We've done that. Collaborated with private sector investors in order to secure commitments to commence construction in early 2006. That is done. To provide predictability and allow public and private sector downtown investments to flourish. The city will refrain from rezoning and or converting land, blah, blah, blah. And then recognize and respect and celebrate the distinct environmental features through sustainable practices.
So maybe what we could do is simply declare those complete. And along with that, remove the restriction on, I think the big thing here is that we restricted commercial zoning to that downtown core. And, that's even a problem for the Steigerwald Employment Center, is it not?
Yeah. Molly, from your suggestion, correct me if I'm wrong, Joanne, if we just strike item number 4 from there.
We could do that. So we'll be amending the resolution. Yes.
May I just add that, at least through my channels of communication, I've not heard one testimony one way or the other. And, yeah, so I'm not concerned at all with the direction this is heading. For what it's worth.
Maybe as an option, which will provide the council giving me direction at an official meeting in front of the public, would be wait until you hear the public testimony, and then you can direct staff to come back at another time and leave everything intact and delete 4. So you'd be directing me to amend the resolution based on what you hear at public hearing. If you desire, that's another option for you. Or I can just come forward with a change of deleting number 4.
We have options.
Is there any driving force? Are we up against some kind of an issue that demands
Well,
that we
item
do
4
this
in particular.
right now?
Well, it's the first step in rezoning
Right.
property. So this is the foundation. Otherwise, we could be violating our own policy.
I have a question. A lot of this seems outdated, actually.
That's why I was going to repeal the whole thing.
Yeah, number 2 is outdated, number 3 is outdated.
All of them are, except for 5, right? No, that's outdated too, if you look at current council's philosophy.
Outdated or achieved.
It's, yes, outdated or achieved. They're completed.
That'd be an appropriate comment to make to anybody that would come here. We've achieved our goals. We're simply moving to the next step after we've achieved those goals of the first resolution.
It's whatever council desires, not what I desire.
You know, because, I mean, obviously, number 1 is still valid.
Right, although we did
So what's
develop and
that in
implement
part
design
one?
review, it's
Oh,
already
yeah.
adopted,
Oh, that's the problem.
Oh,
with all those
design.
things in there.
I think that's one of them. I think the other one's just
And we
misconception.
have completed, you know, the streetscape improvements.
Other comments, questions?
I would definitely like to still see some sort of a commitment to
Okay.
that, as far
I
as
think-
the city is concerned. I think that would be a positive thing to make some kind of commitment, but, yeah, so much of this is outdated. I don't know if we need to come back with a
You
phase
know-
2. I like a phase 2 idea.
We have, we've committed, the city's committed to a $6 million, that cost us $6 million to do what the city said they would do in this resolution as far as undergrounding the overhead power lines in that area, the new streetscapes, the plaza. The pedestrian tunnel cost the city $2.4 million, which is another thing that's identified, and there's a linkage from downtown to the river. And we have adopted code specific to downtown that provides all those items that are listed in the first one. So I guess, I'm sorry, but I feel like part of the council wants me to bring it forward, let's hear what the public says, and the other part of me says, feels that, want me to just amend the current one by deleting certain items.
Yeah, it just seems like, I guess kind of what I'm hearing from everyone is that we're not talking about eliminating this as a portion of the economic development, but what we're saying is broaden the circle.
Absolutely.
And so, I mean, I don't know how you write that into code, but, you know, basically just pulling the rest of the critical areas of the city into the.
That's certainly the message we've been trying to get out.
Yeah, so,
I think we're missing a bit if we don't take our original plan with this thing and declare it done. Pat ourselves on the back and move on. If we need to create more goals, more direction, that sort of thing, we can do it. You know, heck, let's take credit for it.
We'll,
You guys will get the credit, I'm new here.
we'll certainly be creating more goals, more plans moving forward in those types of things. None of those discussions are to the point of being able to take this one and within a meeting or two be able to say, we're ready to retire this one and call it good and declare victory, and here's the next set.
I'm all for declaring victory.
Now, we can certainly, as we get to that, it can certainly be a 3-step process. We can repeal or amend this one, allow Joanne and her staff to continue doing the work that they're